Okay, so fun facts about my mom. Number one, my mom led me to Christ. I don't know if you believe that, or if you would have imagined that. It's not my business if you believe actually, but if you have imagined that. But yeah, my mom led me to Christ, and I remember as a 10-year-old, and I was going through some things in school that I think I was always misplacing my school notes, and it became like a spiritual warfare. And at first she used to beat me like so that I would not do that again, but it got to a point one day she told me, like, she sat me down, she let me know, see, if you're saying you don't know how these things are happening, at least give your life to Christ. He really cares about you. She preached to me basically, and I remember saying the prayer, and it was a magical night. For those people that know me, you would have heard my testimonies about what happened that night, and I hope one day I'm gonna share it. But it was a beautiful night. So I cannot basically talk about like my faith and how I've grown in God and do spirit cocoa right now without actually remembering my first encounter with God that I can remember vividly. Maybe before then, maybe I've come out in church before, but I don't know. But that day, I remember I said the prayers. That day, I remember till now as the day that I actually gave my life to Christ. Yes, so she led me to Christ. The fun thing about my mom also, I think I'll be speaking about her spiritual part more, is that she's very unassuming. Like when you see her, you think, oh, this woman, she would like party and all. Yeah. But actually, she's very homely, and she just loves God. She loves God. At times, I find myself praying and asking God to like speak to me. I think that's even one of the things that happened that night. I'm like, God, I want you to speak to me the way you speak to my mom. Like she has this relationship with God that I find so fascinating. And this generation of tongues everywhere, she speaks in tongues, right? But she might not be like all this I don't know how to explain, but this like generation now that will carry spirituality and be about speaking in tongue on the street and all. But trust me, this woman knows how to connect with God, and she connects with God and makes me want to learn how to do that. So yes, I like the fact that on the outside she's a 360-degree woman. I can tell you that she reads books more than me. I can tell you that she listens to news way more than me. I can tell you that she knows a lot of things better than I do. Like she's very intelligent and very vast, and she loves looking good, very good. Yeah, we fight about that a lot. She tells me that I have to pay attention to my looks and all of that, and she tells me, oh, she's sharing mommy, I see you. I see you. But yeah, she's way more than what you see outside, and I think that that's one of the most beautiful things about my mom. Another thing I can mention about her is that she does not joke with her children. Do not play games. Do not play around her. Do not play around her children. The Lord bless you as you respect yourself, your age, and your marital status. Thanks a lot. And I would also say that she genuinely cares about people. And I'm going to relate this also to something that I currently do that I was saying that I picked from her, which is I remember if you know that from the time I was in uni, I started working on You and Me. Started looking for avenues to speak to girls in secondary schools. When I was on youth service, I actually organized like a conference for women, because I felt like the way we are living our life now, or the women I could see around, like there's more to this life, woman. It's not just to be buying utensils and be saying we are ready for marriage. What do you want from life? And then speaking about purpose for women, and also we organized a conference while I was serving. And I remember when I was going around, I didn't even mind. I didn't even think of where the money for the conference was going to come from and all of that. I was just going because I just felt like it was something that people needed, and I had to be writing letters and proposals and all of that. And then I remember someone speaking to me and finding out that my mom actually owns like something called Beloved Teenagers, like an outreach for teenagers in Ibadan, and they basically use it to train teenagers on books, speak to them on God, about God and all of that. And when the person found that, the person said, oh wow, I figured, I was trying to find out where you picked that from, because usually when people are like you, that's like me, always trying to help people, they most likely picked it from somewhere. That was the first time I took a step back, and then I'm like, yeah, I actually picked this from my mom. And so if you see me doing organizing conferences, doing all of that, is because I actually found somebody that I picked it from, which is my mom, which is trying to help people and, you know, follow the leadings of God and all of that. Another thing I can say is, if my mommy loves you, she loves you deep. So behave yourself. She's very straightforward. But if she loves you, if she sees you, in fact, she loves most people. I've actually seen people here favor me because of my mom. So, oh, you're Kumbi's mom, or oh, so you're Dijumi, so, you know, things like that. So I can tell that she's actually somebody that has like a track record of being good to people, and that's one thing I'm also learning from her. I think another thing I would say is that she gives to a fault. That's one thing. That's one thing. I think I have a slice of it from her, but I'm not as bad at all as she is. She can give a last thing for somebody, you know, which I think is a very good thing that I'm hoping God will help me to grow in. Yeah, finally, I would also say that my mom is very straightforward. She will not lie to you. She'll tell you this thing that you've done not make sense. This thing that you done could have been done better. But in the midst of our own straightforwardness, right? I can be straightforward too, but I bottle things up, and when I want to tell you, I basically lash out and just tell you how it is. Like, I'm not diplomatic, but my mom, she operates with this kind of wisdom that she's telling you that what you have done is wrong, but she's telling you in a way that you would think, not that in a way that you'd be angry. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, that's it. So that's just a few things I can talk about my mom right now before she comes for me. It's a lie, she's not coming for me. I'm in my own process. It's a lie, she wants to come for me, come for me. Alright guys, let me know if you know anything about my mom. If you do, put it in the comment section. If there's anything that you've experienced or know about her, put it in the comments and let us laugh and be thankful together. Thank you.